What's up, with you, me at 6, and you're watching the Kerrang podcast.
Welcome to the Kerrang podcast. It's day 2 backstage at Reading. We've got 2 of you, me at 6, a day early.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Yeah, basically, right.
Keep away.
What happened was that we thought we got a day off, and we can either have a day off or we can get all our press done, and then we can hang out.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is less stressful, so that's what we're doing today, basically.
How was Leeds yesterday?
Leeds is wicked, you know. We're really happy to come back and play this festival again. Leeds and Reading have always been great to us. So first show, Leeds was wicked yesterday. We couldn't ask for anything better than what happened, and the crowd was amazing. And now Reading's got a big one to step up to as well.
Awesome, and you're like a few bands away from Blink, obviously. Big influence for you guys?
Yeah. Well, I think. Oh, sorry.
Up to you.
No, I was just gonna say, I think there's probably not a single band that is on our day on the main stage that hasn't got a favourite Blink song. You know, even Macklemore, I think. And so yeah, growing up, Blink were obviously one of those bands that were playing the sort of music we were listening to, and even now, like when you watch them, it's just nice to sort of, it's not just a nostalgic thing, but it's seeing a band that are still, you know, in their prime and still playing great shows and performing well. So, you know, if we can have a 20-year career, we'd be pretty happy, wouldn't we? So it's something to aspire to have, you know.
They've written hits as well, and like they start their set off with all the hits. So I think it just gets people set up. It's a proper festival set, I would say. And it's just nice to see a band have such a long career as well, especially from this kind of world, because it's very rare to see bands have that kind of career now these days.
And what is your favourite Blink song?
Feeling This, or Asthenia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Asthenia. So the song goes, should I go back, should I go back, should I? I feel alone and tired, should I go back?
I don't know. There's a lot for me. I would go for probably Anthem Part 2. Yeah.
And you reviewed the Brixton show for Kerrang. How did last night compare to that show?
It's different because I think what made Blink, that Brixton show so special was that it was, for them, obviously like an intimate sort of setting, and the set was like spot on, basically. I think it's not too dissimilar from the Reading and Leeds set as the set they're doing now. But yeah, I don't know, it's something that night was great, and obviously, but then you see them in that sort of festival setting, and there's something quite captivating about that as well. So I couldn't say which one was better, but they both were very, very good.
And you've got a lot going on for yourselves, your big tour announcement that you've just released. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So that's an all-time low, doing arenas next February, you know, and I think for us this has been something we've been working in the pipeline for a long time. We've always talked about touring together in the UK, and I think the time's finally come, you know, and I think it's the perfect time for our bands to do it. And, you know, it's going to be a wicked tour, and we're very happy to announce another UK tour. And, you know, I think it's a bit more of a longer run. It's going to be cool to do it with friends like All Time Low, and they're big rooms as well, you know, and I think for us it's really taken the step up now for you, me at 6, and showing why we can do these venues, you know. And
we're also saying that we kind of feel this is the tour that fans have wanted for a long time. You know, like growing up, I'd always see tours going on. I don't think the UK packages up their tour as well as they do in America, or I don't know why that is, but there's never really been a thing in England where you get 5 of your favourite bands in one bill. And when we were talking with All Time Low about how good the Spring Fever tour was, we were saying, look, if we can't get everybody on this tour, fine, but at least we should do something, because there's a massive crossover between our fan bases. And I think just from seeing the way the reaction's gone down online, obviously we'll know more next week when the tour goes on sale, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does, you know, does really well. So get your tickets pretty early, basically.
Yeah, and if that's the case, hopefully we can add a few more shows.
Yeah,
so.
we want to do a few other markets that we haven't announced yet. We will look into that. Whether or not we can make it work is politics and logistics, but we will do everything we can to go to as many places as we can.
At the end of the day, we know it's just going to be absolutely mental. Yeah. So, as Josh said, get your tickets early and just try and make sure you come down to the show.
Have you got the other other bands to announce for it then?
We're in the pipeline of talking about the other bands going to do it, so can't really announce any names yet, but believe it or not, it's going to be great if it does all come together. Then I think we want it to be more of an event where people look at it and go, I have to go to this, and said, oh, do I go? It's like, no, it's a must need to go. Hopefully we can make it one of the shows people remember for the year, you know. It's an early start to the year, but we're set off right with that tempo, you know.
How are you going to step it up from Wembley to the O2 Arena?
No, I think our band's definitely developed a lot more over the live scale, really, on this album cycle of Cavalier Youth. We've
I actually can't wait to like have all those planning meetings where you plan out the production and stuff, because I think there's going to be a lot more money to play with, because there's a full arena tour, not just one night, so we've got that to our advantage. But I mean, honestly, when we played with 30 Seconds to Mars at the O2, it didn't really feel like anything different from doing a You @6 gig. It was like, we didn't feel overly intimidated by doing it, and not in like an arrogant way, but more in a way like, there's no point letting nerves get in the way. You're always going to get a little bit of butterflies when you do something like that, but for us it's always about, like, especially with this tour coming up, it's about making it as awesome as possible for the people that are paying good money to be there. So we're going to have to step it up, and we're going to have to step it up in production. But as Max said, I think we're a better band, a better live band than we were. I hope that since, what, 2-3 years it would have been. So
yeah, well, I even think from the Ali Pali show, you know, I think that was one of the best shows our band has played, but I still think we've developed a lot more over the summer festival season. Like, we've done a lot more summer festivals in Europe and the UK than we've ever done before, and I think it's just kind of made us as a band stronger as well. And you know, I think we're just very excited for what holds You @6's future right now, because it's all been very exciting, this album campaign, you know, and I think for us we have to end it with a bang as well, and I think this could be a great way to do it.
And then what's the plan after Reading Leeds? How are you going to occupy yourselves before
Well,
the tour?
we've only got 2 days. We've basically got Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia, Australia. It's just a lot. We've been very busy. I think this is the busiest our band's ever been in our band's careers. So
I'm just bummed because I've got to try and. So I'm just, the only reason I'm bummed about going away is because I've got to try and move out of my flat within 3 days, and going away for 3 months. It's like, I wish
it's hard to like balance normal life with like being a rock star.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't say being a rock star, but yeah,
not being a rock star, but being in a band and trying to have a normal life is difficult. Not for us, but
for everybody else.
Everybody else. So like, for me, I'm sure you would agree with this, is that it's actually easier for us to go away and go on tour than it is for our partners or our family or friends for us to go away, because when we come back, life is still tickling on, but for them there's this massive disruption of somebody not being there or somebody being there, and then, you know, they move stuff around socially or career-wise themselves to make time for us. Yeah. So that's the difficult part. I think we've got it pretty sweet. We get to travel the world, play awesome shows.
The next few months it'll be great. We've got Southeast Asia, Australia. We're like literally laughing. We're gonna have a great time, and then we've got America, and that takes up to November. And I think
Young Guns too.
Yeah, Young Guns in America with us tonight alive in Australia, and just us in Southeast Asia, you know. So new territories for us in Southeast Asia. We're going to like Singapore, Kuala Lumpur. We've never played those areas before. It's just a busy year for us, you know, and I think once we get to the end of the year we'll recharge the batteries, and next year we've got a few things up our sleeves. Obviously we've got the tour, so hopefully a few more festivals next year as well.
Are you already thinking about a new record?
Yeah, we've written 2 records already.
I don't know, why are you lying? There's 7, mate.
We've
already written them, so we can just carry on touring and just keep living the dream by just never going away. Like, we can just stay on the road 24/7 and just go, there's the record, there you go.
No,
if you want real talk, then...
Not even started it, I don't think, have we really?
No, there's ideas, but like right now we're just concentrating on Cavalier Youth, and once the cycle ends, I think we'll sit down and think about how we want to come back. It's got to be precision planning.
Yeah. And just as importantly, I thought you'd give me your football predictions for the next season. We can look back and see if you were right. Tell me how everyone's going to do.
Top 4. I go top 4 because it's easy to do top 4.
Are you going to try and pick the order as well, or just these are the teams that will be top?
I'm going to go for top 4 at the end of the season. I'm going Chelsea.
What, winning it?
Chelsea winning it. Arsenal 2nd. City 3rd. Liverpool 4th.
I'm going to go with Arsenal winning the league, because I think we are actually going to win the league this year. I'm going to go with Chelsea 2nd, Man City 3rd, and Everton 4th, because I hate Tottenham and I don't really like Liverpool.
Awesome. We'll check this back.
United aren't even remotely in it at all. No, they are. I think United will be there or thereabouts, but who knows.
Thank you for talking to me. Enjoy tomorrow and the rest of today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.